All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. It is time for yet another review, and so let's get started by saying hello to our friends Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started. If you are not a subscriber of the KnivesFAST channel, definitely check it out, guys. Love having fun with you guys. Check out a live stream on a Monday night at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Hit that subscribe, that notification bell, and stick around. Now, this comes from White Mountain Knives. I should have a White Mountain Knives sticker out there. This is terrible. I'm just not prepared, and I can't find one right now. There we go. So yeah, this comes from White Mountain Knives. Now, the way this happened was these are two knives that Kevin Lefty EDC got a hold of. And, well, this is one of two knives, I'm sorry, that Lefty EDC got a hold of, and he really liked them, so he's like, hey, you're White Mountain Knives too? Instead of getting new loaners, why don't you check these out? And I'm like, absolutely. So this is the Laconico designed Sokoke, as I'm calling it. Don't know how to actually pronounce it, but that's what I'm saying. The black linen micarta and black hand-rubbed Damascus blade made by Civivi in China. So again, this is designed by Laconico, and guys, this is a beautiful linen micarta. Most of the black micarta you see these days, especially from Chinese companies, is a canvas micarta. I really like, right off the bat, this linen. Good grip to it. But also, you know, it's smoother than some, but it still has a very good grip. You have this black pivot. Black screws in this case. You have a lanyard hole, as you can see, very contoured scales. They're not very, they're good contoured scales, and that's what gives you this nice banding in the micarta. You have a cutout for, which is cool that they actually did a cutout for the pocket clip to sit down in the scales and your two holes. And over here you can see it is down inside. Now, most Civivi knives, the clips just sit right on top of the scale, so this is a really cool step. Same clip as usual, good retention, good in and out of the pocket, no issues with that. But yeah, it's made to sit down in the clip, in the scales, which is great. Good chamfering on the edges. You have a matching back spacer in this case. And this one is the higher end version. Let's give these thumb studs a whirl. This is the dark Damascus version. So guys, this is really, really cool. Beautiful, beautiful knife, as you can see. And I think their dark Damascus, if I remember correctly, is like it's 9CR and maybe VG10. I don't know. It's two mid-range or low to mid-range steels, low range, I would say, mixed together as Damascus. But it is absolutely gorgeous, and I have found it plenty sharp. And again, I'm the second person to check this one out. It is just butter through cardboard. Look at that. I guarantee you guys, I'm not even pushing hard. This is just a magnificent slicer. The nice thin blade stock. Look at that. Very thin. Nice flat grind, excuse me. There on the blade, you don't have anything on this side. By the way, beautiful drop point with a nice swedge up here. You have our Laconico there, if you can pick that out. There you go. Very, very nicely done. And yeah, just so good. Now, this is a liner lock. You see your liner lock mechanism right there. There you go. You got scalloping there, and you have decent lock bar access. Again, I always say a little bit more is better for me, but this is fine. I'm not digging aggressively. I'm actually just going across, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Again, I don't prefer the scalloping because I actually think people are trying to accomplish something with that. They're trying to take the squareness of that lock bar down, and what this is doing is creating like a sawtooth. I don't care for that at all. It does bother my fingers after using this knife a lot. Like I can feel it right now. I've closed this like 6 or 8 times. By the way, you can see the action is wonderful, guys. Snaps right out. The detent on this one, it's slightly light, but not bad. I mean, it could be a little bit stronger, but for having 2 opening methods, it's pretty good. You can see it bangs right out with the thumb studs. I can Got my finger in the way, but I can middle finger flick it, I guarantee it. Let's do it again. Oh, there's fingers getting in the way, guys, because I have to be way out here to get to that thumb stud. That's the problem. There we go. And so really, really nice. Now you can see how, oh, come on, focus. See, I don't understand. It focuses fine, and then it just loses it. But there we go. Just gorgeous. I mean, it's just beautiful. This whole knife is. And I actually really like the ergonomics on this as well. You got a nice swell in here in the middle, and you feel that in your hand. Now, you do feel the clip ever so slightly. It is not bad, but you do feel the clip right where I always say I feel it, right there. But it's not bad. It's not a hot spot. You have jimping, but it's way back here, and it's really for the front flipper. It's not where your thumb lands at all. You don't have a place to choke up. But this feels good. I mean, it feels fine. I don't need jimping. That's just me. Good plunge grind, good sharpening choil there, as you can see, and just gorgeous. So, front flipper, haven't done that yet for you guys, but it works very well. It's running on bearings, so you can see it just flies open. I don't prefer a front flipper, but again, if people are going to keep making them real snappy like this, maybe I'll change my mind. Who knows? And so this guy, all right, I'm going to look off camera, is dead centered. There you go. Black blades make it really hard to see. Good lockup, no lock rock, no blade play. You got like, oh, I don't know, what is that? Like 30 there on the lockup. And again, the action is just smooth. I mean, it's very smooth. Now, it's not super droppy, but you can see it drops to there and then nice smooth action. And again, that's due to the tension of the lock bar, which, by the way, is good for opening. You know, it's not a problem to push it across. So, you know, that's fine. Again, some stuff is preference that I say. Let's leave it open here and let's talk about specs. Now, unfortunately, between the time I got this in and the time we're looking at it now, there are really none of these available at White Mountain Knives. I'm going to talk about it from White Mountain Knives because that's where it came from. And you guys know you can get 10% off with my code KnivesFAST at checkout on most anything at White Mountain Knives. Now, in this case, none of these are in stock. So the ones I see are a brown linen micarta for $65.50, a black G10 for $62.99, a green burlap micarta for $65.50, and then this one for $93.50. Now, it doesn't give me here on White Mountain Knives site the makeup of that Damascus. I'm just telling you what I've heard in the past. Does have a hand rub black finish, 7.64 inches overall. The close length is 4.4. The blade is 3.35. 0.12 on the blade thickness. 14. Well, this says blade material 14C. That's interesting. I don't think that's correct. I think they just copied that from one of the others. This is definitely Damascus, and I don't know that 14C is in it. And 3.52 ounces. And yes, it is designed by our friend Ray Laconico. Now, as far as our comparison knives, you know what we're going to do. We're going to put our friend the Rat 1 out here, which is bigger in the handle and bigger in the blade. And then we're going to put our other friend, the Rat 2 out here, which you can see is a little bit smaller both in the blade and the handle. So this is sort of between the two Rats. And it currently is between the two Rats. Oh my goodness. Corn is all over the table, ladies and gentlemen. This KnivesFAST guy is utterly corntastic. But I don't have anything negative really to say about this knife, except, like I said, I don't care for the scalloping on, but Civivi does that on every knife. The scalloping on the lock bar is not my thing. I'd just rather see a nice little chamfer, and you do feel the clip. But again, you feel that in a lot of knives. So, but what a cutter, man. I mean, it just cut through this cardboard like it wasn't even there. So, excellent, excellent knife. Thank you, Justin, for letting both Kevin and I check this one out. And guys, check out White Mountain Knives. And Justin's just got some great stuff. He has deals every once in a while that you should check out, like Deal of the Day, and you should definitely use that code KnivesFAST for 10% off. So there you go. Thank you ever so much for everything, guys. Let me know what you think. Down in the comments, give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. the review of this knife and the KnivesFAST channel.